Hello everybody, welcome to your morning Gwent. How y'all doing? I hope it's well. We have our first fan submitted deck idea. Shout out to Caroline from Poland. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for the deck idea. So today we're playing a deck based around the general concept of dragons. There's a ton of dragons in the Witcher universe, in the Witcher lore. There's not a ton of dragons in Gwent at the moment, so we couldn't make just dragons. We gotta have a backbone here. So let's walk through it. First and foremost, we got Dagon. It's gonna be kind of a control deck, so Dagon I think is the clear choice. Unseen Elder wouldn't do too much for us, and I don't think we'd get a lot of value out of Iridan either. So we went with Dagon. On that same note, we got Woodland Spirit. We've got a single Foglet. Wherever he went, there he is. We got a couple Harpies. We'll explain all these as we go. But Woodland Spirit right now is very strong. Harpies are very strong. Foglet's just good tempo, good deck thinning, which is something that we're definitely going to want in this deck, and we may not have enough of as is. Beyond Woodland Spirit, we got Gels just for that draw consistency. We got Eskel, which I debated putting in. He's a strong control card. Renew for an extra Woodland Spirit play might be the better card. I'm not entirely sold on it either way. And we got Villain Trentonmirth. He's a strong dragon boy. We gotta have some fire in there. We also are running Scorch. We've got a lot of effects that can affect enemy power, like our Wyverns, Mirthebrak, Akvist. So I think Scorch makes a ton of sense for kind of lining people up and burning them down. We're running Iris. We've got a ton of stuff that does damage. All the Wyverns do 3 damage each, so they're easy to pop Iris with. Frightener, just a good spy, easy to move stuff into weather with, that sort of thing. Doragiri, always a good flex card. Spawn some Ekimaras if we need carryover. A Wyvern if we want it. Drowners, whatever we want to do. What else do we have for silvers? We got Akvist, a lovely premium card. Just a good control card, gives you control of the board, gives you some card advantage if it doesn't get locked or destroyed. Mirthebrak, as I mentioned, will kind of line up those Scorch targets if we can, even the Villain Trentonmirth targets. We can even affect our own side of the board if we're going to Scorch ourselves. Lots of stuff we can do with that. In the bronze category, we got some interesting stuff going on. Not sure how it's going to go. We got an Archgriffin just for a single clear weather. There's a lot of weather right now. You don't want to be caught completely with your pants down. We got Arc Spores. They are just going to be here to enable Cyclops, as well as just to do constant damage. If they don't get removed, they'll be an asset. We got a Kelano Harpy. We got 2 Harpies. The Harpies will be pulled out through the Kelano Harpy as well as the Woodland Spirit, so they're just free deck thinning and some damage and tempo. The Ghouls are interesting choices, and we'll get to them in a minute. First, we got Cyclops. Strong control card. It'll pop our Arch Spore, get that Death Wish effect off, do a ton of damage, and then they get strengthened up to 10 if they pop something with Death Wish. So these guys have Death Wish as well as the eggs that the Harpy makes, so we've got sufficient targets. And then in later rounds, the Ghouls will be able to consume the 10-point bodies and get up to a 14 strength, so it's a pretty strong backbone. And then of course our Wyverns are going to be helping us snipe specific things like Iris and whatnot. So it's just kind of a low concept control deck around the theme of dragons. We'll see how it goes. I like the idea of it. It might not have enough deck thinning. I think that's really its weakest point. And if that is the case, we could do a lot of things. We could take out the Ghouls and chuck in some Arrakis just for that easy clear. We could check out the Arc Griffin if we wanted and put it in Clear Skies instead, just to give us that rally option. But we'll have to see how it goes. Okay, so we're against another Dagon. He's probably running one of the 2 meta Dagon decks now, so we're in for a rough mirror match, I imagine. But hey, that's what we're here for. All right. So first and foremost, we don't want Harpy. We don't want Foglet. I'm relatively happy with everything else, but we don't need all of our golds in our hand, actually. So we might as well get rid of Woodland Spirit, honestly. No, let's not get rid of Woodland Spirit. Let's get rid of Eskel. Let's get rid of Eskel. The reason I did not get rid of Villain Trentmirth is because he is a Draconid, so he makes our Wyvern stronger, just straight out the gate. So let us chuck down an Arcspore. And we'll kind of see what he's doing. He's probably going to check out a Harpy if I know how things tend to go. Frost does not bother the Arcspore at all, which is pretty lovely actually. Check out the Harpy here. If he puts Weather down here, then very, very easy. We can just Griffin it. It's no problem. The Arcspore is going to be popping around, and it doesn't care at all for that. So yeah, it gets healed. It ticks down. It will never die. I'll go ahead and... actually, if we wait to clear this guy, then we could steal his Foglet from the graveyard. But that might be thinking a little too far in advance here. I'm not sure. Let's do it, actually. Let's give her a go. So the Wyvern gets up to 8, kills the Foglet, and now we can clear the Weather and steal the Foglet so that we have an extra one in our graveyard. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think that's a good choice. And of course now his Ancient Foglet is going to have a much harder time actually getting anything done. That's a little rough, but you know what? A Harpy's going to pop out now. Yeah, the fact that the Arcspore just keeps on resetting forever, it's so nice. Alright, so let's play our Dagon. And we will actually, we'll fog the Ancient Foglet. So he's only going to be taking 1 damage per turn, because he'll also gain 1. But we mostly wanted to do it to get our Foglet out of our deck. There's no sense letting us potentially draw that. We've got Woodland Spirit in our hand, so I'm not too concerned. Ooh, interesting. Alright, so in this case, I think we should actually... Well, we could just pass on this. We certainly could. We could Cyclops, destroy the Arcspore. You know what, let's do that. We'll Cyclops, destroy the Arcspore. And it will do 4 damage to one of these guys. So I'm hoping it will do it to the Ancient Foglet. It didn't, and that sucks. But that's okay. We're going to pass on this almost certainly. Actually, you know what? Instead of passing, we could play Frightener. We're so far ahead. Oh, well, no, there you go. Made our decision for us. That's a-okay in my book. But I was going to say, we could play the Frightener and pull the Foglet back there, and they just keep on ticking down. And it would be fine and also dandy. Alright, so we got a Ghoul, which is totally fine. It'll be good for that Cyclops. We got another Wyvern. We got a Frightener. I think this is a solid hand for what we want to do here. So I think we're going to go ahead and just play the Frightener first and foremost here. We got a Ghoul. That's pretty good. I'm happy about it. We probably do want to bleed this round out a little bit. Maybe even a lot, actually. Maybe even a lot. We could very easily Gels to kill the Frightener here. Wow, he's running Arcspores too. What a strange encounter. So if we consume our Cyclops, that'll be 14. And that is good. But maybe we do just want to kind of take our advantage and move along. Yeah. It would have been fun to bleed him out a little bit here, but I'm not sure it's the right time. I could just be wrong. You know, we always learn on the fly a little bit with these decks. Alright, so we drew the Harpy. That's bad for business, but that means we can't mulligan back into it. Getting Iris is so good, actually. It's really, really good. Even if we don't get the +2 from having Vil in our hand when we play the Wyvern to kill Iris, because that might want to be our last play. Set up Vil a few cards in advance. See if he can do anything about it. I think that would be fine and dandy. So we could Woodland Spirit right there, but also, why would we do that, I suppose? I think let's set up Villain Trentmirth right now. Let's just chuck him out there. It'll mess up his plays a little bit the whole round. He's got Biting Frost. I don't really care, to be honest. It does not bother me. So I'm contemplating what we should do next. Iris, just right here, would be, I think, fine. But it's possible he's got like an Ekimara, he's got Dracarys. There's a few things that he could have that would be just good. So maybe we do play Woodland here. And we say, you know what, if you play Biting Frost, that's fine. We'll kill that Wild Hunt Rider before it is relevant. Although now I realize that I'm an idiot. Because the rider is gonna get weak faster than we want it to. Yeah, I'm a foolish man. So what do we do in that case? It's a great question. I genuinely do not know. Suppose you chuck Iris down, because it's kind of a neutral play, and it won't matter right at the gate here. So our Woodland Spirit is gonna get killed, and if we were actually running Renew, it would be the world's smartest play. But we're not. Now the thing is, though, I doubt very much that he's got too many cards in his hand that are lower than 5. So he might have a choice right now of, you know, okay, what do I play to get scorched here? He could rope, theoretically speaking. He could check out a single Arrakis. Alright, Rotfiend. That's a good play. That's a good play. We still gain overall, but he did a number on us right there. So good on him. That was a good play. So we're going to eat our Cyclops as we had planned. It's just a good move. And we need to get as many bodies on the board as we can, because Iris is going to pop off relatively soon here. Yenkon. Interesting. Very interesting. So I'm actually gonna chuck. Oh, Iris is not gonna die there. So I'm gonna believe that he just does not have Igni, and I'm gonna eat the Archgriffin here. They're not gonna be the same strength, but Yenkon will whittle them down to that point relatively quickly here. And now we got the Wyvern to pop Iris as well. It's probably just gonna chuck a Fog in the mid lane here. Could be another Biting Frost. Doesn't really make a difference at all. Alright, so Dracarys here. What's a boy to do with Dracarys? You probably wanna spawn a Drowner, and although Drowner's 7, Drowner's the better call here, I think. Sorry if you can hear my cat screaming in the background. The door to the computer room is closed, and she's displeased about it. But that's okay. She's doing all right, I promise. All right. So this is great. This is a great Eskel target. Would Scorch be better? No, not even close. All right. So Eskel, go ahead, kill that Wild Hunt Rider. And then we're gonna Wyvern Iris here. Okay, we win even without the Wyvern on Iris, but we're gonna do it because, you know what? How often do I actually get to make Iris work? Not often enough. That was a good game. That was a good game. Send your well played. Don't check your rank because you're slightly self-conscious about it and how far you've fallen, but you'll come back. By the way, this video might not make it up for a few days. I do have a small backlog. Most of the videos are made during the morning. That is authentic, but just due to work and whatnot, I do have a bit of a backlog. So if this doesn't make it up, and if my calculations are correct, it's going to be Canadian Thanksgiving by the time this video makes it up, or at least maybe the day after. So happy Thanksgiving to all you Canadians out there, and to everybody else whenever you celebrate it. I am celebrating Thanksgiving 3 times over the weekend. My own house with my lovely GF Hannah. Then we're doing it at my father's place, and then we're doing it at my mom's place the day after. It's going to be a very fattening weekend. Alright, so we got a decent hand. It's not as good as our last hand, but it's okay. We're against an Iridan. So what's a boy to do? We don't have a great opening hand here, right at the gate. So why don't I just kind of make the ballsy Woodland Spirit play? And it might just freak him out and he'll pass. That would actually be ideal for us. It's basically just kind of taunting him, saying, hey, I'm running a meta deck. Please forfeit, or please pass. I don't think he's buying our bluff, which is okay. It's unfortunate, but it's okay. And you know what, if he doesn't, why don't we just immediately chuck Iris down as well? Depending on what he does, of course. But we can obviously activate Iris with 0 issues. And then later on, Murderbrack and Vil could be real good with some Scorchy shenanigans. He's thinking long and hard about what he wants to do here. Or that's a graphical glitch, I know not. Or he thinks we're running a meta deck and he's angry about it and he's trying to rope us out. No, he just passed. So you know what? Our Woodland Spirit Gambit actually succeeded there. That's good. We are down a very strong gold card, but it won us around single-handedly, so I can't be sad about that even a little bit. So we got lots of stuff here. I'm gonna get rid of a ghoul, just because it's not doing anything for us right now. And I'm just gonna chuck out a Kelano Harpy here. And if he does not beat us in tempo, then we pass immediately. And he did not beat us in tempo. Or do we want to bleed the round out? Because he could beat us in 1 additional card with no issues. For certain. And we aren't particularly strong against Weather Clear. What's in our graveyard here? Nothing amazing. I wish we had an Arcspore, just to kind of hop around, but we don't. We'll see what he does, basically. I don't care about the carryover between the eggs and whatnot. Maybe the better play there was Dracarys, Ekimara, eat the egg. And that's what we'll do if the egg survives the next Biting Frost tick. Probably won't. Yeah. It usually just tends to not do that. So now let's see, if he plays a Wild Hunt Warrior, they're 6, I believe. 6, they do 3 is 9. Then they get strengthened to 8. 9, 10, 11. 11 plus Frost would do it. So that's fine. I will Dracarys here. Dracarys the Wyvern. Yeah. We kind of want to bait him into playing as much Frost as he can. He's Scorched. So he could be playing like a weird control Iridan deck. Should be fine. And also dandy. Got no death wishes on the board. Yeah, I'll do that again. I would like him to play another Frost. He probably has White Frost and Caranther in there as well, so I doubt we'd be able to bleed every single Frost out of him this round. I doubt it. A whole awful lot. But getting those 3 out is pretty darn good by itself. And I think that is probably where we wanna call it. And having an 8 strength Wyvern in the graveyard is not bad for the Ghoul. But it's something that we won't play until late in the round, because of course we've got Scorch, we've got Villain Trenmarth, we've got Iris to play around as well. I'm hoping this takes him 2 cards to beat us with, but I'm doubting it. Yeah, there you go. So that's fine. To bleed out a good bit of Frost and a Rider, I think is a good thing to do in the second round. We're on even footing in terms of... Okay, Arc Spore is great. Arc Spore is real good. So do we want a Ghoul then? I think there are better things than a Ghoul. Was the Cyclops one of those better things? No. Decidedly not. But it could be. It could be. So if he's got a ton of Frost, the Arc Spore is actually gonna kind of be our hero, because it'll be the lowest thing and it'll be bouncing around. It's not gonna be consistent in saving us, but it'll probably save us a few points over the course of the round. You're chucking Aridin out already? What you got planned here? Yeah, that was very strange. You used all your Frost. Or am I missing something? No, literally anything else would have been better. The ideal there probably would have been the Rider, or the Longship would have been fine also. Yeah, Caranther is literally fine. Literally no issue at all. Let's go ahead and play Vil right now. Just get him out there early. Whether he locks it or does something else, I don't care too much. Yeah, he won't die to that, especially with the Arc Spore in there. So that's good. Just straight up good. Alright, so let's go ahead and so if we fog back there, it will take Caranther down to 5. But it won't take him. Okay, let's fog the front row, actually. It's definitely the lower play, the lower point play. But it means we've got a safer row up here. Oh. Ooh. I did not expect Imlerith. Suppose I should have. Suppose I should have. Okay. So 9. What can we do here? We can Mirtha back for some points. Yeah, absolutely we can. But let's chuck Iris down for... No, let's not do that. Let's do Mirtha back. So does 2... You can't target yourself. That's a shame. 2 and 1. If he plays anything stronger than 7, it's gotta go. That's... I mean, I guess it's not that interesting or unexpected, but it's not what I expected him to do there. Yeah, we're in a really weird spot here. And it's my own fault playing this deck awkwardly. So like Scorch would just be a net 0. And there's no point in having a net 0 anything ever, really. Let's check Iris back here. We don't have to do anything with her anytime. If he had a lock, I feel like he would have played it. Yeah, I doubt he's got more of a... There you go. He's got Jotun. Yeah, so Arc Spore will be okay. Now, if Arc Spore hits Imlerith, that would be fantastic. But we can't bank on that, right? You just can't. So destroy an ally, damage. Yeah, strengthen by 3. Okay. So who do we want to hit by 5? I suppose we'll hit Imlerith by 5. Scorch is going to be almost unplayable here. He's got Iris as well. That is interesting. That is very interesting. Yeah, this is an interesting spot to be in. So I could destroy his Iris right now, and it wouldn't actually matter. 1, 2, 3, 4. The thing is, I don't want my Iris to get buffed up. That'd be bad. The pressure is on. I think we gotta do that. Yeah, it's not ideal, but I think it's what we needed to do there. And if you can still kill Iris, then we just have Scorch targets. Yeah, then we just have Scorch targets. So if he's boosting several things by 5, we want to hope that these two will be the boosted ones, right? Or no, we've got a 15. Ha-cha-cha. Alright, hit Iridan. We're gonna lose this one. Maybe? What are you planning here? Oh geez, what can he take from me? Nothing that's too strong. The dream, and it's not gonna happen, would be him eating or stealing an Ekimara and then consuming something. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. But it would have been cool. Alright, so I misplayed, but I tried to play it out correctly. There's some cool stuff going on with this deck. I misplayed there a few times. Let's give her another go. We're 1 for 1 with a strange little deck that can definitely use some refining. This might be one that I actually revisit. I know I say that more and more as the videos go on, and I think I'm getting it. It always feels like three games is not quite enough to get a grasp on things, but time-wise, it's ideal because Gwent games are not short. So we're against Henselt. We don't want Harpies, we don't want Foglet. It's the first time we've seen Akvist, so that's nice. Glad he's actually in the deck. Alright, we don't want a Ghoul early on, just doesn't do anything. Arc Spore is fantastic. Yeah, this is a pretty good hand. I like it. We'll play Akvist right at the start here. And then we'll play an Arc Spore. We're going to kind of play the long con in this one. Let's enjoy this, though. It's a good one. It's no villain Trent Mirth, but it's a nice animation. The Master of Quartz Mountain, the Destroyer, Trajan Slayer. In his free time, he likes long walks and candlelight dinners. Me too. Are you considering passing just because I played Akvist? Because I'm fine with that. Please feel free. Or he's AFK, or he's just thinking without hovering over cards, which, you know, good for him if he can do that. I never mastered that one. I gotta look at them and reread the abilities every single time. Alright. Big tempo plays. Yeah, I think you still do the Arc Spore. And if he passes, that's fine. You just you play Cyclops. And you take it from him. But we definitely want Ocvis to expire here. That doesn't do too much damage now. That was a good play, actually, killing the Arc Spore. It's annoying. It bothers me. I don't like it, but it's a good play. Let's chuck a Fog out right on Triss there. And we'll play our Harpy next. It's a guilt-free play for the most part. I wonder how this deck would do running, instead of the Death Wish and Ghouls, running Wild Hunt Hounds with Frost, as well as the Foglets and whatnot. Just kind of a weather overload plus intrinsic thinning. That might actually be borderline viable. That's something to think about. That is something to think about. So yeah, it's 8-8 right now. But we obviously, we want Ocvis to go off. We want to play our Harpies here. So now we're tied. Ocvis pops off. And we can pluck Ocvis right back down if that's what we're keen on. And in this case, it is. Yeah, it is. So we lost the round by 1. Ocvis didn't end up doing as much as I had hoped. I figured against Hensel, popping him down first, he would do his swarm shenanigans. We still won the round, only down by 1, and we could dry pass on this if we wanted to. And we may. So what do we got here? What do we got? I don't care about Arc Griffin here. Eskel is better. Absolutely. We will play the Frightener. Arc Spore is nice. I like it. I'm pro Arc Spore. So in that case, let's play this round out. Let's play this round out real hard. Yeah, I'm not gonna, like, I don't care about your tempo. I think I won the first round. I'm gonna dictate how this round is gonna go. And you're not gonna like it. How about that? No, you do your thing. Alright, so we should Gels into the Spirit, probably on the front row, but it doesn't make too big of a difference either way. But I like that. Just in case we feel the need to play Villain Trentonmirth, the Frightener's a better target, but it's a better Eskel target as well. Yeah, I like the way this is going. We can make this a very long, painful round for him. He'll have some great ballista targets, but I don't care, really. We're here to make him bleed, and that is that. We'll even chuck Iris out right now. And we could kill Iris easy peasy with Murtabrak. And we may. But a single Arc Spore hitting Iris plus a Wyvern would do the trick as well. Alright, so he gets to hit us, what, 4 times? 3 times? 3 times. I was actually just in casual play running a Hensel deck very similar to this. It's a ton of fun. I like it very much. Yeah, I'll go ahead. I'll hit her there. And then Arc Spore can do his thing if he wants. We may Eskel the Frightener on our turn. It's good value. Or we could Eskel the Siege Master, who he's gonna play a whole bunch of right now. Guaranteed. Or more ballistas. Either way, it's the same thing, basically. Alright. Oh, that was it? That was the whole shebang? Alright, well, let's kill the Frightener. I was worried that he'd make more Siege Masters and just keep replaying the Ballista, because that's the better play, I think. But maybe he's got, of course, the Siege Masters in hand, or what have ya. Yeah, there you go. Got him in hand. Alright, so we definitely want more things on the board. Iris is not going to give us full value, and that's okay. So we'll go 2, 2, and 1 here. Still gives us 20. Puts us actually ahead in tempo, because it's such a strong card. Iris might actually be too strong, and see some nerfs at some point. She's not overwhelming or overbearing at the moment, but man, she is effective. She is effective. And now Cyclops is a 20-point play, a 24-point play actually. That's fine. That bothers me not. So let's go ahead and do that now. So Arcspore is going to hit you for 10, hit you right there, and then hit you for 4. And we still end up with a 10-point body. So instead of being the full 24, it was 21 points, because we didn't have a target that was 10, but that's fine. And we will pass on this, because we've got Vil and we've got Scorch. And we'll need a third card to make Vil actually work. And he's actually in kind of a rough spot. And if he happens to play something stronger than a 12, I'd be very happy about that. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't bother me. We're going to pass here anyway. This just makes it a little harder for him to catch up, because it's more fog ticking down. The 11 points is very good for us. Sure, he could draw something stronger, but even if he had like a John Nathalis Commander's Horn, he'd still probably have to play 2 cards with that, right? That'd be 6, 4 at best. Ooh, Dijkstra. He's got Murtabrak, probably for that same kind of idea, setting up the Scorches, but he's already Scorched. So, you know, here we are. And he just took our front row out of Geralt Igni range, so that's totally fine. Alright, so he's down to 2 cards in his hand. He's got to play at least 1. I imagine 1 will do it, unless it's somehow detrimental. But I can't fathom what that would be. Yeah, there you go. That's a card I never see. It's kind of just a worse version of the battering ram. It's a more consistent version, but I think it's also a worse version. So yeah, we'll plop down Villain Trentonmarth. We may want to chuck away Scorch, because it could be a dead card. It kind of depends what our other draw here is. If it's a ghoul, all right, it's Thorgary. That's sensible. So I will chuck away Scorch, because I think it's going to be a dead card. Ghoul is a rough one, because it's a good card, it's a strong card, and it's going to be in our own way. But of course we can eat something tiny, like we can eat a Harpy, and it'll be inconsequential. And it won't be a dead card like Scorch. Now if he plays something stronger than Vil, you know, that's it. I'll eat my shorts, right? Makes the whole conversation completely moot. Alright, so 6 is the thing that we don't want to go higher than right now.
I'm an officer and a gentleman.
So what can we do in that case? Not a savage bear, not an echidna, not a wyvern. Have we outplayed ourselves? No, we haven't. We have not. Because we're gonna end up stronger than him no matter what, even if we scorch ourselves. So it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. We beat him right here. Yeah, so we just pass. And nothing bad happens. And we win! We won! We went 2-1 with our first fan suggested deck. It could definitely use some tweaking, and this may be one that we revisit, not immediately, but in the future. Chuck in some Wild Hunt Hounds, double down on that weather and that deck thinning, which is something that I really think kind of held it back, but I'll pop the deck back open. We'll maybe see it again sometime. Until then, those are some good games. I enjoyed them. I hope your coffee stays hot. I hope your day goes well. I'll see you next time. And thanks again to Caroline for suggesting the dragon theme. Give me more suggestions, folks. I am happy to hear them. I'll see you tomorrow.